Hello! How's it going, guys? So, back here with your second Dead Diary, and just have a few things to go over. Not a lot, gonna make this one short. We did get some progress made, and by we, what I'm talking about is right now I keep bothering Brian Domain, if you know him, to help me with certain things, and he's been helping out here and there. Right now I'm trying to convince him to be the Baton Rouge version of Lloyd Kaufman and become a producer and do things. We'll see if I am successful in that mission. That being said, through some discussions with Domain, he kind of centered me into the idea that we just really need to get a pilot out there. And despite the fact that I would like a pilot to be a little bit more centric to the whole atmosphere of Baton Rouge, he kind of brought it home and put a point on it. It's that the pilot should just start with the moon and we should expand from there. So that's currently the goal. We're gonna try and get a pilot episode together about the Spanish moon. And as of right now, I've reached out to several former employees. Almost everybody that's responded has said yes, or no, everybody that's responded said yes, just no one said no yet. Still working there. I had also, before we decided to focus on the moon first, started reaching out to other people, musicians and stuff, and other people that worked at other places, and started to get them on the hook for this. So I'll try to use any of them that are pertinent to the moon that I've already asked. Otherwise, those will still just be people that I get to. Yeah, so that's where we're going with the pilot episode. So I wanted to do a couple little quick snippets here of just little things to give you an idea of just like random things you could talk about if you come on this project. And really, yes, this is open to anybody that puts significant time working into venues in Baton Rouge during the time frame we've talked about, and or who've played in bands or both, or God, I really would love to have a Louis episode. Yeah, Louis stories is probably a 3-parter. Anyway, so that being said, I'm just basically attempting to become the D-grade Herodotus of Baton Rouge. D-grade emphasis there. So, what kind of things, I guess, is what we should be doing? So, well, we could talk about, random stories from local bands, like. So I'm pretty sure that the record for shortest set list in Spanish Moon history goes to Chuck Gunter's band, the AIDS Patients. If I remember correctly, I was working door the night, the only night I think they played. They might have played one other time, but I think it was the only night they played. And they only had 15 to 25 second long songs. And right as their first song was ending, one of the owners, Pittman, walked in and looked at the stage. And during the course of their second short song, he walked from the door to the old sound booth and killed the show. It might have been in the middle of the third song, but I'm pretty sure they didn't make longer than 45 seconds on that stage. And hey, there's also stories from touring bands that can get a little crazy, kind of like some shows that were great that were shitty simultaneously, especially when touring acts, like the time, I think it was Minus the Bear played the moon mid-aughts, and it was, I don't remember if it was a sold out show, it might have been, and somewhere in their set, the singer stopped and told everybody in the crowd, this is the worst town, this is the worst tour, this is the worst venue, and this is the worst crowd they've had all tour. And then continued to play their set. And I remember looking out into the crowd and just like looking at faces of like, and musings, like everybody has some quirks or something that was quirky about something or somebody they worked with, whether they were large or small, sort of in the vein of, if I had to think about what music Modell is probably gonna play in between bands, if I had to guess, and sorry to bring it down a little bit, but sometimes there's some sad things that I'm sure people would like to talk about, or to talk about people that we've lost and things they remember about them. So the first bouncer or door guy I ever met was a guy named Dan. And it was a night that Corey and Brian Domain from Justin Bailey, and a few of our friends from Zachary, we were all making a short film. So we went to Ichabod's. Dan was on door. I never told him that I thought about him, about how he incidentally made me want to be a door guy. It's such a weird thing. Why would you ever tell someone that? Just some random. But I thought about it every time I saw him, because I just saw him infrequently. And there's more to say about Dan, but it probably is better to be said by other people. So yeah, it's just a little sprinkling. But other than that, guys, the only thing I could tell you is that we're trying to wrangle people together. I would like to start getting people on tape as early as late summer. I would love to be done with the pilot episode by December if I could be. We will see. Maybe things go faster, maybe things go just a tad slower, but I'm gonna try to not let them. Anyway, that's really all I've got for this. I'm sorry that I don't have more to tell you with, but I mean, it's progressing. So once we get more, I'm hoping to put a little bit more project under my feet in the next 6 weeks. And that'll probably when I'll post another one of these videos, hopefully with more information, hopefully with something to tease y'all with a little bit more than just the fact that, yes, I'm getting people together. Yes, people do want to talk. Yes, it's gonna happen. Just reach out to me, email me. If you got my phone number somehow, I don't know how, call me. Yeah, let's do it. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got today. Yeah, support local music.